A blessed day, sir. Today, I'm going to discuss about Laplace transform. And here's my Laplace transform formula. Laplace transform of sine 10t. So, upon solving the value of our Laplace transform, sine 10t, so we need to use the formula of the Laplace transform, which is the f of s is equal to the integral from 0 to infinity f of t e raised to the power of st dt. And again, we need to substitute the value of our function, which is the sine 10t. So the Laplace transform from 0 to infinity is equal to sine 10t a raised to the power of st dt. And upon solving this equation, we need to use the integration by parts. So let u is equal to sine 10t and our du is equal to 10 cos 10t dt and our dv is equal to t negative raised to the negative st dt. And our v is equal to negative 1 over s t negative raised to the negative st. So, if you're wondering why we came up with this negative 1 over s, so I will explain. So, we will let u is equal to negative st and our du is equal to negative s dt and dt is equal to du over negative s. So we will substitute the value of this. So it will become integral from 0 to infinity e du over negative s, and this will result to negative 1 over s e negative st, in which we came up with this value of our v. And then continue with this equation. So we will use the formula of our integration by parts, which is the uv times the integral of v du. So substitute the value of uv minus the integral of v du. Our u is equal to, we will use this. So our u is equal to sine 10t. Sine 10t. And then our v is equal to negative 1 over s e raised to the negative st. And are evaluating from 0 to infinity minus the integral of our v. So v is equal to negative 1 over s e negative st times our du. Value of our du is equal to 10 cos 10t dt. And again, we need to substitute the value of our t from to 0 and infinity. So 10t times infinity is equal to infinity times negative 1 over s e st minus the lower limit, which is the sine 10 times 0. 10t times 0 is equal to 0 times 1 over s raised to the power of st, and we will continue this solving, minus the integral of, so as you can see, we have two constant, the negative 1 over s and the negative 10. So we need to factor this out in order to eliminate this term, or in this equation, because this is constant. We can integrate this term. So multiply, so it will become negative 10s times negative is equal to positive 10 over s. And t raised to the negative st cos 10t dt. I will make the border dt and then simplify. So this will become 0 and also 0 because of this term. 0 times negative 1 over s is equal to 0. 0. And then this one, sine 0 is equal to, sine times 0 is equal to 0, so this will become 0 also. So we're left by positive 10 over s times the integral of e st. Forget the 0 to infinity here. So 0 to infinity st cos 10t. So as you can see, we had two terms again. So we can integrate this equation directly. So we will let u is equal to cos 10t and du is equal to negative 10 sine 10t dt. And again, our dv is equal to e raised to the negative st dt, and v is equal to negative 1 over s e raised to the negative st st. And again, using the formula of the integration by parts, the uv minus the v du, and then substitute the value of this formula. Ru is equal to cos 10t, and rv is equal to negative 1 over s e raised to the negative st minus the integral of rv, which is negative 1 over s e negative st. Our du is equal to negative 10 sine 10t dt. And again, we forgot the 10s here. We had 10s. So 10s. And again, we need to substitute the value of rt. It will result to 10 over s times cos 10 times infinity is equal to infinity times negative 1 over s e st negative raised over st minus cos 10 times 0 is equal to 0 times negative 1 over, this is infinity, e raised to the verb s 0 minus, so we had negative 1 over s times negative 10, which is our constant in this equation rather. So we need to factor this out in order to eliminate with this integral problem or integral equation. So negative times negative is equal to positive times negative is equal to negative. So negative 10 over s times the integral of 0 to infinity e negative st sine 10t dt. So again, this will become 0 because of this term, and 0 cos times 0 is equal to 1, and this is also 1. So it will become negative times negative 1 over s is equal to, copy the 10 over s here. So this will become positive 1 over s, and then the negative 10s, and the integral from 0 to infinity e st, copy the equation here, sine 10t dt. And again, upon continuing solving in this equation, we need to distribute 10s to this equation. So it will become 10s times 1 over s is equal to 10 over s squared, and then minus the negative sign here, and then we will multiply this 10 over s times 10 over s equal to 100 over s squared. Copy the integral from 0 to infinity e negative st sine 10t dt. And we will continue this. So as you can see, we came up with our original equation, which is here, and we will use this original equation in order for us to equate in this problem. So integral from 0 to infinity sine 10t e negative is equal to, copy, 10 over s squared minus 100 s squared, integral from 0 to infinity e negative st dt. I forgot the sine t. Sine t. Sine 10t dt. We will transform this equation to the other side. So this will become positive. This will become positive, brother. Is equal to 10 over s squared. And then, as you can see, we had equal terms, which is this equation and this equation. So we will factor this out. So 1 plus 100 over s squared is equal to 10 over s squared. And again, simplify this term. S squared plus 100 over s squared is equal to 10 s squared. So our goal here is to find the integral of this equation. So in order for us to find the integral of this equation, we need to eliminate this term. So in order for us to eliminate this term, we need to factor this out. So factor this out by its reciprocal, which is s squared over s squared plus 100. So eliminate, we can eliminate this. And this s squared, we can cancel this out and be left by integral from 0 to infinity sine 10t a raised to the power negative st is equal to 10 over s squared plus 100. Therefore, the Laplace transform of sine 10t is equal to sine 10t is equal to 10 over s squared plus 100. And this is our final answer. But what does this equation try to tell us? So for example, we had a sine 80 and it will result to a over s squared plus a squared. So this equation is our formula in order for us to find the Laplace transform value easily. But I'm trying to show you the complete process or the step-by-step process in order for us to come up with this formula. So I will give you some examples. So if we will change this a, because we are integrating or we are getting the Laplace transform with respect to t, and we will treat this a as any constant. So we will change the value of our a. So for example, if we will have a 9t and a, we will set as numerator, and then s squared plus 9 squared, and it will result to 9 over s squared plus 81. So it is easy to solve the Laplace transform using this formula. But once again, I tried to show you on how to came up with this formula. And hopefully you understand easily my discussion, and that would be all. Thank you.